Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you back. So day 2 in London, we're going to visit 3 different places, but I'm just gonna show you the hotel where we stayed, and I highly recommend it. It's the Taj, T-A-J, the Taj St. James in London. It's like 2 or 5 minutes away from Big Ben and the House of Parliament. Is very convenient. The location is very convenient. St. James Court, Taj St. James Court is beautiful. Just to show you the interior of the hotel, it's nice. It's clean. It used to be the Crown Plaza, an IHG collection hotel, but it was bought out by Taj. So now they renovated it. It looks so beautiful. It's clean. The rooms are really nice and spacious. So really, if you're looking for something that's reasonable price-wise, very reasonable for the size and the nice place and cleanliness, and it's beautiful, I would highly recommend. So I was just doing a tour of the rooms before we mess it up. Just to show you a nice closet, walk-in closet. And the closet goes all the way behind the wall, and that's the bed. It's a big king-size bed, and the room is really nice. For the price in London, I highly recommend. I highly recommend this hotel. It's nice, it's comfortable. The bed was so comfortable, and the view was good. We had a view of beautiful buildings, as you can see. It's nice. We didn't stay in the room, of course, because we had places to go. We had to explore London in 2 days. So for those who didn't see the previous video, please check it out. That video was showing us when we went to visit the Shard, London. It's beautiful. The views are magnificent. So this one, I'm just showing you the bathroom, the marble. Look at the marble in the bathroom. They renovated this hotel. It's so pretty. So I say kudos to the Taj collection. The marble tiles, and it's clean up here. The towels, everything was clean, and the drawers with the hair dryer, the safe if you have your valuables, and space for your own items. And I put my suitcase up here already, ironing board and iron, so you can iron your clothes. It's really nice. Really nice. I highly recommend. It's very convenient. The area is really nice also. So check it out when you go to London. So just showing you the room. Headed downstairs to the restaurant downstairs because we had breakfast included in our price. So right now we're just waiting for us to be seated, and they just called us. Now they're taking us to our table, and we are ready for that breakfast. So we are going there, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of the food that they serve for breakfast, so you have a idea of what they serve if you want to include your room price with the breakfast. So that is convenient. You eat and then you go about your business. So it's good. So right now, I think we had chapati. Looks like chapati or paratha, the flat bread, which I love, 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 love. So I was like, oh, they got my favorite chapati. So I took 2 of those. And I think it was like sauce or something that you can put on the chapati. And right there they have, I couldn't tell what it was, but it looks like Indian food, and which is good. I love Indian food. And then we had mushrooms and beans, which I love. You can eat that with the chapati, so you can make like a little sandwich. It's really good. So I was just serving my food and showing, so that you guys have an idea of what they will serve at that hotel for breakfast. Is mainly Indian dishes. So, and then we went to our table, and we are eating our breakfast really quick. And the food was good. I think I just put too much on my plate that I ate just a little bit. And then after that, we quickly left, our Uber was already waiting for us outside. So we hopped in the Uber and we headed on our adventures. We did like 4 different things. This whole area, that's where the Big Ben area is. It's beautiful. They have the London Eye, the Big Ben, the House of Parliament, the Westminster Abbey. And we also visited the Buckingham Palace at the very end of the video, so you don't want to miss that. So make sure to watch all the way to the end because we went to Buckingham Palace. So the last place that we went to, I'm going to post in the next video because I figured this video is too long already. It's like 43 minutes, almost 44 minutes. So I decided to just split and make sure that I'll post the last place that we visited in London. I'll make it like part 2 of day 2. All right, so we are crossing the street. It's so busy. This is a busy area. That's where everything happens in London, the Big Ben area. You can see the London Eye across. And we're going to go down the stairs and we're going to board the boat. But we are also looking for my daughter's friend because we're going to meet her up in that area. So we're just looking around trying to figure out if she's there already or if we're going to wait for her on the boat. So we're just looking around and just mesmerized with all the structures and sights to behold. It's a nice area to hang out. I wish we had more time to explore London, honestly. But we were in a rush to go to another country because the next day we were flying out to visit another country, which is another video that's coming up. And that one is going to be like 3 parts as well. It'll be day 1, day 2, and day 3. So it'll be a lot of information that you can get if you want to travel and visit that country, which I will not tell you. So you can find out if you watch the video. So anyway, that's us trying to get in touch with my daughter's friend and also looking at the London Eye right there, that big wheel. It gives you a beautiful views of the city of London. So we didn't get a chance to get on the wheel, but we could see it from the boat. So we decided to do the boat because the boat was going to give us the views of everything in London, So yeah, but it was nice. So check it out if you visit London. It was almost time for us to board the boat. So, and finally, the person that we were waiting for, she arrived. She was already there, I think. Was once we got on the boat, she came. And we went in. So I'm just going to show you the map and the time and all the information that you need to look at, the boarding points to get on the boat. So we're trying to figure out which way to go. So we're looking around, and I think we're making inquiries as well. So the one that we're doing, it was just like a one-way to Greenwich. So yeah, at the end of the video also, it's gonna show the Greenwich, where time is regulated, and you'll see when you keep watching. Don't miss anything on this. Let's see. We are going down. So they say this River Thames, that's the heart and soul of London. Did you all know that? Please leave a comment. Tell me what you know about River Thames. Is it like the heart and soul of London? Why is it called the heart and soul of London? Because it's surrounded by all these important places, important buildings. Adventures begins here at Westminster Pier. Pier, P-I-E-R. The Big Ben, that big clock towering above us, above everything, and the House of Parliament standing majestic along the river bank, That's how you explore London. That's how you do it. If you want to see everything at the same time, this is where you go. So you see a lot of iconic buildings, iconic symbols along the way. Looks like a... All right, let's go. Here's the map that shows you all the wonderful places that you can sightsee in London. And we are getting ready to board. Right now we are walking down to get on the boat. And we just, enjoying the views. And my daughter is catching up with a friend. They went to high school together. And they've been friends since then. And every time we go to UK, they get to catch up again and again. So it was nice because she lives in UK, so closer to where we went to London. Yeah, so that was very, very, very helpful. So anytime you travel to a country, if you have people who live in that country, they'll help you to navigate the area, smoothly, easily. So it was a blessing to have this young lady with us, showing us the way. And this is just giving you a hint of the other place that we're going to show you at the end of the video. The Buckingham Palace, the Greenwich. We got to that and it was really good. This when you travel, you see places that you never thought you would ever see in your life. But that's just how God works. So that's us going to the second level of the boat, and we wanted to be on the top so we can see. We didn't want to miss anything. So we just didn't want to sit on the bottom level. So we went to the top level so we can have better views. So here we are, trying to figure out if we should sit in the back of the boat or in the front of the boat. So we decided on going to the front. So we are making our way to the other side. Okay, I'll let you guys enjoy and take a look and take a listen to the tour guide.
30 minutes to go round. You get on and off as the wheel is moving, and surrounding it are 32 pods. A pod for every borough of London. Now from the top you can see 25 miles in all directions. And then we have a nice older building on our left hand side behind the trees. The white Gothic style building that is Whitehall Court Mansions. That's home to the 5-star Horse Guards Hotel and the Winston Churchill Wartime Office Museum. Now we're passing under many bridges on the way through London. This first one, Charing Cross Railway Bridge. An old tradition we have on this boat. It is said if you wave to the people crossing over this first bridge and they wave back to you, the white boxes as you come up the stairs, and they are marked in the green and white international signs. Life buoys and life rafts are found at the back of the boat, and emergency exits downstairs are the windows and doors. They slide to open. For those of you on the top deck who might be wondering where their emergency exits are, then just use your own imagination and see the side you like. The bar's open downstairs throughout the duration of the trip, and the toilets are situated at the back of the boat. As I boarded you on the boat today, a couple of people did ask if there was going to be a commentary on the way down river, and folks, I can do this for you. I'm just standing right behind you. I will try my best to point out some places of interest along the way in the form of a commentary on the way down river. And folks, I can do this for you. I'm just standing right behind you. I will try my best to point out some places of interest along the way in the form of a live commentary. Hopefully it'll make the trip a little bit more interesting. I must point out we're not professors of worship since the 12th century. London Bridge we're passing through. If you have your cameras with you, if you point them just on our left hand side, coming up, the name of it is engraved into the stonework. Thanks for the nice picture. This is believed to be the 5th London Bridge, the first one built by the Romans over 2,000 years ago. The previous London Bridge here was sinking into the mud, taken down and sold to an American businessman. The bridge was shipped to California, from California by truck, taken to Arizona. It now stands across a man-made lake called Lake Havasu. On your right, dominating London's skyline, the Shard, the tallest office block in Western Europe, 1,016 feet tall. That is home to London. If you look on our left hand side, folks, in the river, the white ship with the yellow funnel, that's the HQS Wellington. She was a sloop in the New Zealand Navy, saw action throughout World War II. Moored in London today is a floating livery hall for the Honourable Company of Master Mariners. Well, look behind the ship, and on the river's wall there, a stone archway, and that's temple for his actors before they performed at the old Globe Theatre. The original Globe Theatre, it stood just behind that pub in Park Street. It's a very nice riverside pub, that one, the Anchor Tavern at Bankside. This is Cannon Street Railway Bridge. If you're downstairs in the saloon, you can see the tide moving around the buttons of the bridge, a very powerful tide. We are going against it on our way down river. It is flooding into London. If anyone on board today is visiting the London's Borough Market, that's behind the buildings on your right. And looking between the buildings on our right, we have an old pirate ship. And just in between the buildings to our right. Now, have you all seen the film Pirates of the Caribbean? That shortly you'll see the large dome and golden cross of St Paul's Cathedral. So coming up ahead on our left. St Paul's Cathedral, it stands at 365 feet tall, a foot for every day of the year. Designed by Sir Christopher Wren, took Wren 35 years to complete, and it was completed in 1710.
Tell you my neighbour, related to him.
Also to our left in the river, a construction site. We'll pass a few of these on the way down river today. In London, we are constructing a new sewage system. The Victorian sewage system, it cannot cope with the current population here in London. We're building a much bigger one called the Thames Tideway Tunnel. The sewage pipe goes underneath the river. Charing Cross Bridge on our left hand side, the oldest landmark you'll see in London today. On the river's wall, the large stone obelisk, Cleopatra's Needle, given to us by a very grateful Egyptian government for Nelson's victory over Napoleon at the Battle of the Nile. The stone needle to your left is over 3,500 years old. It is older than London itself. Wow. One of only 30 obelisks in the world, and it has a twin. The twin to that needle is in Central Park, New York. Now keep looking on our left hand side, the white building with the green tiled roof, the back entrance to the world famous Savoy Hotel. One of our most expensive hotels we have here in London. Our commentary when we left Westminster, pointing out the bridges and the buildings along the way. Hopefully it's making the trip a little bit more interesting. Now I'm sure you see it just back on our right there, past a replica of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. On summer nights you could go over there, watch all of Shakespeare's greatest plays, all being performed as they would have been done in the Elizabethan era. Don't use any stage lighting, no microphones, and that is the only thatched roof building in London since the Great Fire in 1666. The bridge we're passing through, Suffolk Road Bridge, and through the bridge, if you look to our right, a very nice riverside pub. It has red window frames and it's called the Anchor. Now this pub on our right is over 400 years old. It was used in one of the Harry Potter films, Half-Blood Prince. If you remember this bridge, it does collapse into the River Thames. As you can see, it's back up now, very popular. Ladies and gents, we're now going to make our first stop here on our right, Bankside Pier. If anyone on board today wants to do a 1 hour round trip, say this is your stop, change boats here, only stay on this boat if you are going to Greenwich. So if you're going to Greenwich today, stay on this boat. If you're doing the 1 hour round trip, this is your stop. If anyone is leaving us here, do take this time to look around yourselves. Make sure you've got all your belongings with you. Don't leave anything on board that could spoil your day. Hey, just bear with me a moment. I'm just going to run downstairs now, let the people off. But thank you all for your very kind attention so far. And Korean War Campaign. The Belfast is moored in London today as a museum, a part of the Imperial War Museum. You can go on board, explore all 9 decks, and children under 10, they go for free. The HMS Belfast. And then what a lovely view we have in front of us, folks, of Tower Bridge. You know what, if you time it right, you'll be able to get the red double-decker bus crossing over. So there's in a bit of traffic, there is one coming. Now, Tower Bridge was opened in 1894. Not that old, but built in the Gothic style to blend in with the Tower of London to your left. And the Tower of London has been a lot of different things in its time, most famously known for its imprisonment, torture and execution. If you look along the river's wall, we're now about to pass through a group of bridges. The first one, Blackfriars Road Bridge, opened by Queen Victoria in 1869. When we go through this bridge, look either side of the boats and you will see red support columns. This is what remains of the old St Paul's Railway Bridge. The modern trains, they became too heavy, the bridge became unsafe. As you can see, the top section was taken off, the support columns were left, fear of them disturbing the foundations of the other 2 bridges. In the world. They are older than the more famous Bow Street runners. They would have combated piracy, thieving and smuggling, which was rife on the Thames a number of years ago. It was at one stage over 30% of cargo that was in London, it was stolen. So that's why they formed the Thames River Police over 250 years ago. There's another nice pub behind the police pier on our left, and that one's called the Captain Kidd. This pub here is named after the last pirate to have been executed at the Grace of Wapping, and that was Captain William Kidd in 1701. Captain Kidd was the last pirate executed on the shores to our left. few Americans on board the boat today, and it will be of some interest on your right. Just past the building with the scaffolding around it, you'll see the American and British flag flying. Flying outside, there is a small white pub there, tucked away, called the Mayflower. And it's named after the Mayflower pilgrim ship that set sail from Rotherhithe, there on our right. Now from here, it sailed around to Plymouth, where it picked up the Pilgrim Fathers. It then went in search for the New World we know today as America. Now this might surprise some of you. If you look on our right, you'll see that we have one of the best beaches in the world. Now I'm not too sure where you're all from, but I bet you've never seen such a beautiful beach as that. They do get very popular in the summer months. You'll see people over there sunbathing, building sand castles. And I think it's lovely when you see the children paddling in the polluted river. It's all free of charge, a nice family day out at the beach. So that's South London on our right hand side. To the left is the East End of London. A good example of what the river used to look like is on our left hand side, New Crane Wharf, Metropolitan Wharf. So that's what the river used to look like years ago. Rows of these large warehouses lining the banks of the Thames, filled with valuable cargo. And then you see the small white building to our left. That is the oldest pub on the banks of the River Thames, the Prospect of Whitby. It dates back to 1520. It was open during the reign of King Henry VIII. So the Prospect of Whitby, the oldest pub on the tidal Thames. If you are standing, be very careful as them ribs go by. They do send out a bit of a wash. So be very careful if you are standing up. As we go round this next bend on our right, another nice old warehouse. It's got a red crane on the front, and that's Globe Wharf. This used to be the biggest rice mill in the south of England. And I don't know if you've noticed already, but the old buildings on the river are built to the river's wall. Built this way so the tugs and barges could go alongside and unload their cargo straight into the building. If you look on top of this building, you'll see the word Wharf, and you'll see a lot of it up and down the river. The word Wharf, it stands for warehouse at river front. And that's what a wharf is, a warehouse at river front. A two-bedroom apartment in Globe Wharf, it would cost you just under £1 million. You see, the price of property, it drops the further down the river you go. And just coming up on our left hand side now, there is an entrance in the river. It has a black bridge crossing over it, and on the bridge it says Limehouse Marina. Now if you had a canal boat today and you went through this entrance, you could make your way onto the Grand Union Canals. you could make your way up to this country's most northern cities. You could get to places such as Liverpool, Manchester or Birmingham. So just through that small lock entrance on our left hand side. Just to the left of the lock entrance, the old lock keeper's house. That's recently been bought by the celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, and he's turned that into a gastro pub. So this area of the East End on our left is called Limehouse. The terrace of houses coming up is called Narrow Street. There's a house there, you'll see it's got a yellow statue of a man in the garden, and behind it is a pink wall. And that is home to Sir Ian McKellen, who some of you may know better as Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. That's his house. He also owns the pub, which is a few doors back, called The Grapes. It has the gold lettering and the 3 wooden balconies. Charles Dickens, he lived in the attic of that pub when he wrote his book, Our Mutual Friend. A nice riverside pub, The Grapes of Limehouse. Now, if you look either side of us at the moment, you'll see there's not really anything for me to talk about at this point. I mean, all it really is, in this stretch of the river, is what we like to call unaffordable housing. So what we like to do, folks, is just leave you in a bit of peace and quiet, really, until Greenwich comes into view. So I've been speaking probably for just under an hour now. So leaving a bit of peace. When Greenwich comes into view, I'll point out the place of interest down there, and I'll also give you the returning boats today. Now lastly, folks, I would like to thank everybody for their very kind attention on the journey down. Hopefully to make your trips with us a little bit more interesting, and who knows, hopefully even enjoyable. Now folks, if you did enjoy the commentary, maybe you'd like to show a token of appreciation for my efforts as a guide, you can do so. Very shortly, what I'll do, I'll pass around amongst you all in the old traditional manner with the captain's silver champagne ice bucket, and that is our little tip bucket. Feel free, everybody, to chuck a couple of bob into the bucket for what you may feel by a few words were worth. For anybody on board who don't know what a couple of bob is, it is a very old English word we have here for a £20 note. Thank you all for listening. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and I will speak to you all again when Greenwich does come into view. Thank you.
Wow, that was the end of our boat tour. It was good. We learned a lot of stuff. I hope you did as well. So let's have a conversation. Please comment if you learned and got anything from this video. But look, the surprise that my daughter had in store. She took us to this place right here. If you see on the signpost, Greenwich. What? And here we are, arriving in Greenwich. This is the place where time itself begins. Wow. Wow, I never thought one day we could get to Greenwich. You know, when they talk about the GMT time, this is where Greenwich Mean Time means. That's where time begins. Look at the views. The views are spectacular. From Greenwich, looking at London. Wow, it's beautiful. It's just like mesmerizing. You just stand there and just look. It is so nice. So we did tour Greenwich, but I had to cut that part off because it was too long, because as it is right now, it's like 43 minutes. But we toured places in Greenwich. We went to That's where we got on the underground. Actually, we got on the train, and it was just fun getting on those trains. But now we're just doing photo shoot, just excited that we made it to Greenwich. It was such a surprise, and it was a wonderful surprise. And thanks to you, Dora. Hey, thank you. So yeah. And
Happy to see my friend.
oh, there you go.
My friend of like 22 years.
What? How long?
20 years of friendship. Yeah, because we went to high school together.
Aren't you all blessed?
2001. 2001. 23 years now. Yeah,
22 years.
Of friendship.
All right, you were like soulmates from heaven. That's good.
Yeah.
And got good.
All right.
Check this restaurant out when you go to London. Actually, for those in America, in Atlanta, it's coming to Atlanta. I think it's Norcross, History Corners. I don't know when exactly, but it should be like before the end of this year. So get ready for Nando's in Atlanta, Georgia. They're coming. So we're so excited. Every time we come to UK, we have to make sure that we eat at Nando's. So this is the setup, Nando's. I'm not wanna take anybody's face for privacy reasons, so I'm just gonna show you the top of it. I don't want anybody's face in there. I'll get in trouble. Just the restaurant I'm showing. Oh, and the view, look at the view. It's a beautiful view of the place.
I don't know. I'm sure the river is what they gave us. I don't think
Alright, yeah. We are ready to eat. Okay guys, we had good food at Nando's, and now we walk again. We have energy, we have gathered energy to walk again, so we are headed to one of the must-see sites in London. This is like, oh my god, I never thought I could get to this place one day, but it's worth it. It's worth the walk. So let's go. Please leave a comment down. Have you ever been to this place? If you have been, let us know. Let's have a conversation. How was it for you? How was the experience? Did you like it? And what takeaways do you have that you can share with us? So let's have a conversation, guys. And would you consider going to this place if you have never been to this place? Would you consider going to this place to just walk around on these grounds and just to see and just to experience the majestic Buckingham Palace? Look at those gates. Look at that. Oh, it's what a beauty to behold. And so guys, Buckingham Palace. Okay guys, here we are. We just arrived. It took us like maybe 25 minutes walk from the underground. So we used the train. We did like 3 different trains from Greenwich to get to the Buckingham Palace grounds. So then we had to walk another 15 minutes walk. So it was good exercise that day. So here we are going to the heart of royalty, the Buckingham Palace. And there it is, guys. There it is. We arrived. This is the official residence of the British monarch. The grand facade of architectural masterpieces. Look at the gates. Look at all that gold in the gate. I was like, wow, can I have a piece of that? The palace's opulence is undeniable. It is majestic. The gates are majestic. The intricate details. Look at that. Look at all the details on the gates, guys. Oh my God, that's money. Yeah, it's the iconic balcony where the royal family waves to the crowds. You see that, after the gates, once you enter the other side of the gates, you see the iconic balcony, where they usually stand and wave to the crowds. So imagine how many people come here every day. People travel every day, 365, and they just come here and just look and just walk around. There were so many people walking up and down, so many people from all walks of lives, really. And if you are lucky and you get to see the changing of the guard, is timeless. It's a timeless tradition. So yeah, we couldn't help ourselves. We had to do photo shoot again. So yeah, with all these places, we have to have memories, right? It's like if you get there and they're doing change of guard ceremony, it's a spectacular display of British pageantry that happens daily during the summer months. It's only on select days in winter, but how they move is spectacular. It's spectacular. It's beautiful. It was really nice. And here we are waving, saying, hey, we made it. We are here.